Hey,
It is not
judged
I
a
that controls
man.
the volume of your voice. Detective Hercule Poirot? Ah, Chief Commissioner. On the contrary, it is a most convenient time. The safe passage of a painting? Tell me everything.
Welcome to Sightless Gamer Hag. My name's Rachel and it's Murder Mystery Monday once again. And we have a brand new mystery this week. This is Agatha Christie's Hercule Poirot's The London Case, but it actually wasn't written by Agatha Christie. This is a completely original story that they've come up with for the game, using the Hercule Poirot character. And in this is young Hercule, who is going to be supervising the transport of a painting from Belgium, this particular painting that you're seeing now, from Belgium to London. And obviously there's going to be shenanigans and mysteries afoot, and we're going to solve those. If you haven't seen a Murder Mystery Monday before, you're in luck. I've done a few of them. You can go back and have a look. Basically, we play a puzzle game that has some sort of murder mystery involvement. We've been working through the Agatha Christie's, and it involves obviously collecting all of the information. This one, the mechanism for solving is mind maps that you can see here. So we put everything in a mind map and we solve the crimes and what have you. That is a very pretty painting, and it appears to be on fire, which is a little bit disconcerting. So this is the prologue, which we're going to play today. Normally the prologue teaches you the mechanism, gets the basis for the story. You know how it goes. This is our Hercule.
If man was meant to travel the oceans in such conditions, he would surely have been given his own fins.
For a man who suffers from seasickness, he goes on a lot of boats.
Where is that blasted contact? How is one to prepare for an assignment if one does not have all of the required information?
Wow.
Very well. I shall wait no longer.
His outfit's got a little bit fancier. He's got his little curly tash starting.
Beautiful, isn't she?
What?
Pardon, monsieur?
Oh, she's gone.
The open water. There really is nothing quite like her.
Why do I feel like
When
this
one
is
suffers from the
Hastings?
mal de mer, the beauty, as you say, is rather more a burden.
Forgive me, I just can't imagine being
Didn't say he was scared of the
in this day and
ocean.
age. The potential
Though you
to
should
see
be.
the world is open to even the ordinary man like us.
I can assure you, monsieur, it is not a matter of being scared. And as for ordinary,
I didn't mean to offend, mister.
I am...
Oh dear.
No harm done. Accidents happen.
Porter drunk.
My cigarette case. Where is it?
I didn't see.
Is
You
that a
thought I wouldn't
porter?
notice? A young lady travelling alone. An easy target for you, I bet.
He doesn't seem very well.
I'm sure the young lady would appreciate the help of two handsome strangers.
I think that is Hastings. Prologue, the ship. I'm assuming this is where we are transporting the painting. So let's have a explore the scene, try to find the missing cigarette case. Is that it there? Oh, I found it straight away. I'm so good. Some objects can be viewed in more detail. Okay, try to find the points of interest. Dated 1855, it's old, but is in near perfect condition. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, it's very similar to other ones. We pick up stuff, we look for information. An ornate family crest, the lion, traditionally associated with courage, nobility, and the British. Let's have a look. What's that? The mechanism used to open the case. Button clasp. Yeah, this is our cigarette case. Item has been added to our inventory, a silver cigarette case adorned with the family crest. Awesome. You can check the inventory. There we go. There's our cigarette case. We shall return it. We're going to interact with some other things. Reading, an excellent way to... Oh, he's still got his red socks. Way to distract oneself with surrounding ocean, accompanied with tea. However, I cannot agree with their choice of beverage. He likes tisane. Tisane does our Poirot, which is a herbal tea, I think. A well-crafted brass telescope for viewing the open ocean and the stars above. This is our passenger.
How could a porter be so clumsy? Let's give her a hand.
I do feel like that's Hastings, because Hastings does have a little soft spot for the ladies.
I didn't drop it on purpose.
Okay. We're gonna get
I didn't drop it on purpose.
Is he unwell? Is he drunk? Let's just interact
The young
first.
lady should not be left to gather her own things.
She's not even attempting to be fair. Let's use the cigarette case.
You are returning home?
I am. But how did you know that?
Because you're English, my dear. Ah, there we go. Select the correct answer to progress. Much like your investigations, you may need to keep searching for clues before you can solve this fully. Crimson hair, such striking hair. Lion emblem, an ornate family crest. The lion traditionally associated with courage, nobility and British. Date 1855. It's old, but it's in near perfect condition. I would assume that the fact that it has a lion emblem.
Besides your educated accent, the crest that adorns your cigarette case, it is of British origin.
Very observant. It's the crest of my family, and the case belonged to my mother. I take it everywhere with me. Miss Florence Farquhar, a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
How do you
pleasure is
do?
ours.
That looks like everything. Except for my powder case.
Let's see.
Is this
Oh,
what you're looking
oh, it's
for?
the lady from the. Oh, I don't know what it's called. The thing on the ship where she's leaning over the balcony.
It
I don't know
is.
about boats.
Thank you. Miss...
Miss Babanin. Anastasia Babanin.
I also get seasickness, so generally don't go on boats.
Anastasia. What a beautiful name.
Apart from the ferry. Usually ferry. I'm fine on a ferry.
It was my grandmother's.
But this lady is Eastern European, I would assume.
Well, that's everything now. I can't thank you all enough for your help.
You're welcome.
I'd be happy to escort you. Here, I'll take your bag.
Of course you would, you cad.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. Cabin 4. I'll be right behind you. Anastasia, perhaps I can offer you a token of my gratitude in the bar later?
Oh,
That would be lovely.
hey.
And you, Mr...
Detective Hercule Poirot, at your service.
A detective? I was not expecting to meet such a distinguished gentleman on board.
Oh, very charming.
I did not expect to meet someone of Russian descent on a ship between the great city of Antwerp and Dover.
She seems quite well off, though.
I never mentioned where I was from either.
You're called Anastasia, my dear. There we go. Striking beauty. I cannot recall being taken aback by such beauty before. Eastern European accent. I presume she is from or closely related to a family with Eastern European origins. Anastasia relates to Anastasios. The name of Anastasia is the Russian form of the Greek name Anastasios, meaning resurrection. Let's go with her name.
One did not have to. Anastasia, of Russian origin meaning resurrection.
And here was me thinking I was special.
Mm.
Your knowledge of my heritage is most impressive.
And I'll take that as my cue to leave. Good evening.
It seems it's just us remaining.
I would very much like to hear stories from your homeland. Perhaps you would join me in the restaurant.
As charming as that would be,
Oh no, rejected.
I'm feeling rather tired. It must be all the sea air.
Oh, rejected. Poor
Then I shall
Poirot.
leave you to your slumber. Adieu.
Adieu. If I remember rightly, The only really
As
love
much
interest
as
that
I
Hercule
enjoyed
had.
the delights of the restaurant, I still found my mind drifting back to Mademoiselle Babagna. She really was quite charming.
Was a Russian woman, but I don't remember what her name was. It may be this Anastasia, but we shall see.
I have spent the first part of this excursion neglecting my duties. It's time to retrieve my notebook from the safe and begin.
Oh yeah, we
The
were...
combination was not a difficult one to remember. 1815, the Battle of Waterloo.
Okay. Oh, do we need to open the safe? Okay. We do that. 1 8 1 5. Click. There we go, we've unlocked it.
Time to...
Oh my goodness.
One cannot ignore such a blood-curdling scream.
That was a very extreme
My
scream.
mother's cigarette case. It's gone. How could somebody do this?
That scream seemed a bit excessive.
Mademoiselle, I ask that you take a moment to calm.
Not that I want to, you know, judge how you choose to express yourself, but
You're a detective.
I did think
Of
somebody had
course.
died.
What luck.
As luck would have it, one of Belgium's finest.
Does Belgium have a lot of private detectives? I know previously I looked up about the police service, but
Now, I require as many details of the crime
I'm not going
as
to
you
question
can
it.
offer.
We're just going to move forward.
I came to my cabin and began unpacking. I couldn't get the safe working, but the gentleman that helped me with my luggage showed me how it works.
Okay.
Afterwards, I went for a brief walk, and when I returned, the safe was open, and my cigarette case was gone.
Okay, so you left it unattended for a short time.
We must consider the suspect list. Those who were aware of the cigarette case's existence.
That can only be those who were up on the deck when my luggage spilled. Miss Babagnan, the porter, yourself.
Your other little stranger
And your
friend.
helpful stranger.
Yes, of course.
I ask that you gather them for me. And while you are absent, I shall begin my investigation in here. If Mademoiselle permits.
Okay.
Whatever you need to do to find it.
Okay. So this is how we solve cases. If you haven't seen any of the previous ones, is mind maps. Poirot, the theft of Mademoiselle Farquhar's cigarette case has plagued me for long enough. I must consider everything I know and deduce the true thief. So generally, you will have this Florence. If you don't know what a mind map is, it was a method for learning and gathering information where you would have a main topic and then you would have other topics that come off, and like it goes like that. I think very, very useful if you're studying to retain a lot of information. Right, so this mind map has the keys to the room. Mademoiselle Farquhar's set of keys to her cabin, given to her when boarding the ship, no doubt. I used to use a lot of mind mapping when I was studying. My auntie taught me the technique. It's very, very useful for being able to retain a lot of information. She was alone in her cabin. Mademoiselle Farquhar has not had any visitors to her cabin before her cry for help, that is. Mademoiselle Farquhar must have been aware of the safe combination code to open the safe in the first place. And, oh, we're going to zoom out. It crashed. That's fine. Explore the cabin for more clues. Why is this not working? There we go. Okay. Sync.
Huh.
One must present themselves at their best at all times. The mirror is a little high for my stature, however. Okay, so we have a sync. What's this? Oh, we can't interact with that yet. Let's do the safe. So, if the thief left any signs of accessing the safe, perhaps a fingerprint on the dial will be there. What else do we have? The door remains open and the contents missing. What's that down there? Is that dust? This must have only become obvious once the safe was moved. Perhaps a cleaner should reassess their standards. Oh, Poirot burn there. What else? Okay, so it'll get bigger when we're near something. So we've got that one. That one. Hinges. There are no clear or obvious signs that the safe has been tampered with. The thief must have found another way in. They obviously had the combination.
I thought you would be returning with the gentleman also.
The gentleman wanted to speak to the porter alone first.
Of course he did.
I was unaware he is also a detective.
He's not. If
He's
it's
not a
who I think it
policeman.
is.
He works in insurance, I believe.
It appears I shall be spending my time chasing amateur detectives around the ship.
He's very useful though.
Mademoiselle, I
Not
would
very
like to start
bright.
with who had access to the safe combination.
No one. It was in a sealed envelope that was waiting for me when I arrived.
So whoever wrote it and yourself.
I memorized it and threw the paper overboard. 4385. It's really not that difficult to remember.
A similar envelope was waiting for me upon my arrival. The date of the Battle of Waterloo, as I recall. Every safe, although identical, must have a different combination.
Well, that makes sense.
After the gentleman helped me with the safe, he left.
Okay.
If the mysterious gentleman is behind the theft, he went to great lengths to hide his fingerprints, but did little to hide his movements in Mademoiselle Farquhar's cabin. There are many questions that require answers. Answers I believe he may hold.
Okay. We have another mind map. I think generally we end up with like maybe 4 per thing. Investigating a theft was one of the last things I expected for my journey to London, but as an officer of the law, it is my duty to find out who could have stolen Mademoiselle Farquhar's cigarette case and what. What is his jurisdiction? So we have no sign of tampering. There are no clear or obvious signs that the safe has been tampered with. The thief must have found another way in. The thief if the thief left any signs of accessing the safe, perhaps a fingerprint on the dial will be it. Let's link those two together.
The answer was staring me in the face.
Okay. Given the state of the safe, I assume that the thief simply entered the code and took the contents. So we are looking for somebody who knows the code. So there we go. Thief knew the code to this safe. There's nothing else we need to link. Right, let's have a little look around. I'll speak to Anastasia in a minute. One must be careful with such delicate powder, a horrible mess it would cause, although it would come in useful. So we have some powder. Makeup remains a mystery to me, but by judging by Mademoiselle Farquhar's fashion sense, this is the most popular shade. What's in our thing? Hang on, I pressed the wrong button there. I wanted to look. So we've got mascara and a powder case. What else can we pick up here? It seems that Mademoiselle Farquhar chose not to dine in the restaurant. Go over here. I'm surprised Mademoiselle Farquhar's luggage made it this far without spilling with the amount she packed. She's got a lot on her mind, you know what I mean? There's something over here that we haven't interacted with. Door handle. Discoveries 2. These scratches must have been made by something sharp, a blade perhaps. And up here. Ooh, there we go. The light is catching part of a fingerprint. I do not have the appropriate tools with me, but I'm sure I can find a way to reveal the full print. Okay. I think we can do it with the powder and mascara, but we need something else. See if I've missed anything. Oh, now I can look at that. I will be attending in a professional capacity, but I would have very much liked an invite of my own as a souvenir of my time in London. Okay. The committee at the Royal Edward Gallery requests the pleasure of the presence of Miss Florence Farquhar to the unveiling of an extraordinary new exhibition from the Musée Royal des Beaux-Arts de Belgique, including The Penitent Magdalene. Or is it Magdalena? Magdalene. The formal invitation on one side, blank on the other. Oh, maybe we could use that to do prints. What else is here? An article from London Illustrated News. London Illustrated News. The Changing World in Which We Live In and Who is Permitted to Enjoy It by Florence Farquhar. Oh, is she a journalist of some kind? Fine art, theatre and literature, as well as other mediums that are synonymous with the arts, have always been considered a middle and upper class area of enjoyment and pastime, with those that fall outside of the desired audience being shunned at the door. Even now, having taken the steps into the 20th century, there are those that continue to exclude the inexperienced and uneducated, the working class. that I've not had the privilege of seeing the true beauty of a Monet or read the powerful and relevant words of Charles Dickens in all of their splendour. That is kind of an elitist attitude, and it has been an elitist attitude for a while, because traditionally all classes were involved in art and literature. It was just that the working class had a lot of its own art and literature. Some of our most famous war poets were working class people. We now sit at the dawn of a new age, with London continuing to solidify its name as a pioneer, bringing art, music and literature to a modern audience that care more about the contents of the art form in front of them than the contents of their pockets. It's a bit condescending, my love. It's a bit condescending. Poor people like art too, you know, and literature.
Mademoiselle Babagnan, I'm sorry we must continue our conversation under these circumstances.
On the contrary, what fantastic luck that you are here. Now I get to see you at work.
Okay. Please walk me through your movements since our first meeting.
I'm afraid I've done very little, actually. After we parted ways, I went to my cabin. I had barely unpacked and I was fast asleep on the bed.
Alone?
That is a rather personal question, don't you think, Detective?
I mean, but I still asked it.
I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. A poor attempt at a joke. Yes, I was alone.
Good.
There is no need to be nervous. And then?
And then I was woken up by Florence's scream. I have never heard something so terrifying.
It was a very extreme scream.
You
Okay.
have been most helpful, mademoiselle. I shall not take up any more of your time.
I feel like it's possible that we can... there we go. Yes, we can. We can interact with it. Let's do the powder. Perhaps the powder case I found may be of some use. Some would say it's a rather rudimentary way of taking fingerprints. I say it quite genius.
Magnifique. A fingerprint. Now to determine who it belongs to.
Awesome.
You found one, Detective? Ah, how exciting! I suppose you'll want to take mine. To rule me out, I mean.
I mean, we can. Let's go and talk to... Oh, actually, let's go take fingerprints and then talk to
You could
Florence.
ask me anything.
Okay. Would you allow me a sample of your
Am I
fingerprints?
to be used as your guinea pig?
I would not dare compare you to a guinea pig. Would you be so kind?
I mean, guinea pigs are great, though.
The answer is yes, of course. I have nothing to hide.
Okay, so if we use the mascara and the paper, the thief knew exactly how to keep their identity hidden. I must now take fingerprint samples from the others. Taking Mademoiselle Farquhar's will allow me to compare what prints are hers with those that may belong to our thief, followed by samples from Monsieur Hastings and Monsieur Allard. It is Hastings! The only fingerprint that remains on the door is the one left by Mademoiselle Farquhar upon returning to her cabin. The culprit continues to evade me. There must be something I have not considered. There seems to be a jump in information there, because we haven't taken
Mademoiselle
anybody else's
Farquhar,
fingerprints,
I shall
but
have
you
your
know.
cigarette case returned to you before we reach the English coast.
I hope so, Detective.
The newspaper article.
You caught me, reading my own article.
I must say you raise a very interesting point. Art should have no social boundaries. Creativity is for all to enjoy.
It was. It was until people decided to gatekeep it.
Thank you for saying that. I wish everyone was as open-minded.
The gala invitation.
Yes, I'm really quite excited about it.
You have been invited to a preview at the Royal Edward Gallery. A small world indeed.
Will you be in attendance? It's actually one of the reasons that I have been in Belgium. I was lucky enough to have a sneak peek at some of the pieces on show. I'll also be writing a follow-up article on the success of it. Fingers crossed.
Lucky indeed. I am sure it will be a great success.
There appears to be scratches on the cabin door lock. Who could have caused these scratches? I mean, we don't know. Perhaps there are more clues to be found. We could potentially leave. Let's go and have a look if there's anything else that we need to... Let's see if we can get... let's use the powder. Perhaps the powder case I found may be of some use. Some would say it's a rather rudimentary way of taking fingerprints. I say quite genius. No signs of any fingerprints on the dial. I may be dealing with a professional thief. In that case, one can assume that the fingerprint on the door is Florence's. Okay. Can we leave? Let's go and find Hastings. And the porter. See where... Ah, there they are. What are you doing?
But it's just not acceptable, Mark.
I've apologized to the lady.
Are you okay?
And that makes everything all right?
Yes, it does.
It was an accident.
An accident that could have been avoided if you hadn't spent your morning drinking.
Oh, Hastings.
Gentlemen, you are behaving like two young boys in the schoolyard. It ends now.
Oh. Oh, we interacted with that.
Is Mademoiselle Farquhar aware you are acting as her knight in shining armor?
That is a very good description for Hastings, to be honest. He is a bit of a...
I wouldn't go
White
as
knight.
far as that. I think perhaps we have got off on the wrong foot.
I think perhaps we have. Is he a captain now, though?
I'm Arthur Hastings. Would...
She requested you to follow her to her cabin, no?
Oh, yes, she did, but I wanted to...
Well,
Speak with the porter privately? This was part of your investigation?
get him, Poirot.
I'm not a detective. I was just,
White knighting all over the place.
Then perhaps you will answer some questions that are vital to my investigation as a detective.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, Hastings is very well-meaning, but he also is a bit of a flatfoot, and he will just bumble into things and just say stuff. You work as an
It is.
insurance?
Is my employment relevant to Miss Farquhar's missing cigarette case?
How dare you question me?
I hope you will entertain me for a moment. What would you say the chances of proving a theft in a case such as this one are?
Well, a report from a detective like yourself will certainly help expedite her insurance claim.
Is it insured?
As I thought.
It had perhaps not crossed her mind before, but being amongst an officer of the law and an insurance man, the idea of insurance fraud may have appeared appealing.
Depends if it's insured. You wanted to speak with the porter alone.
When Florence, Miss Farquhar, told me that something had gone missing from her safe, I thought it must have been the porter.
What made you think that?
I'd rather not say with him standing just there.
Oh, because you think he's a bit of a ruffian. Hey,
It is not I
judged
that
a
controls
man.
the volume of your voice.
Poirot was like, Hastings, if you can choose to whisper, you know, my
You
guy.
must have noticed the smell of beer on his breath. I wouldn't put it past a man that drinks on the job to steal.
That is quite the accusation. And if you were correct, you wish to settle the matter with him privately?
I wanted to give him what for, but I suppose I lost my nerve.
Yeah. Tell me more about your
I'm
work.
what some would call a middleman. I oversee the handling of recently sold items and put the buyer in contact with an appropriate insurer.
Oh, are you here to, in
The
reference to
mention
the
of
painting?
insurance initially sparked my attention, but the more he talks of his work, I believe he may be my mysterious contact from Lloyd's of London.
It was your work that took you to Belgium?
I can't go into too many details, but I'm actually delivering a rather special
Yeah,
piece of
he's-
art to London. I'm meant to be meeting an official of some sorts that's supposed to be helping me, but
That would be me,
no sign of
sir.
him yet.
And it is confirmed. It concerns me that my supposed trusted colleague has found himself involved in the middle of my investigation. I will continue to withhold my true identity and see how Monsieur Hastings' involvement concludes.
I mean, the fact that he's not
That's-
put two and two
that's true.
together.
This really is an exciting case. Anything I can do to help Miss Farquhar, please don't hesitate to ask.
Your enthusiasm has been noted.
As I have commented before, always having his head turned by a pretty face is our Hastings. He's very much a romantic. Right, let's go and talk to this porter and find out why he's drunk. Because I imagine that he's not drunk that often because he wouldn't
Perhaps you
have a
and I
job.
can have a more civilized discussion.
I'll tell you the same as I told your friend. I will not be bullied.
I'm not here to bully you, sir.
Intimidation is not my forte. What is uncovering the identity of criminals and making sure they are punished to the fullest extent of the law.
There is literally nothing intimidating about Hercule Poirot. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Such a fancy boy.
And that's me?
That is what I am yet to conclude.
Is it usual for one to consume alcohol while at work?
Who said anything about drinking alcohol?
You don't seem right, sir.
It does not take a detective to identify the distinct odor on one's breath.
Maybe one to calm my nerves.
Oh.
My sea legs aren't here yet, that's all.
Oh. How did you come to injure your
I
hand?
was in the cargo hold, cutting something with my knife, and it slipped. No harm done.
I am not quite sure you understand what that means.
So now I am stupid and a drunk?
I would never.
Do you have the knife in question on your person now?
I don't. He stole it and won't return it.
Hastings. Let's go and get that. Hastings, come on. That might be evidence that you've put your meaty mitts all over.
What can I do for you?
Monsieur, the porter's knife, may I see it? Okay, 3 discoveries. Is that blood on it? What? There we go. A standard handle for such a knife. Let's have a little... Oh, there is some blood. Evidence of blood. This must be what Monsieur Allard cut himself on. Let's have a look. Anything? No, we've done that one. The tip has been dulled. There appears to be the slightest metallic flakes still clinging. Potentially this is the knife that was used to scratch the handle. A sailor's marlin spike with a foldable blade and a stained spike tip. Okay, let's go back. Oh, what's this? What? Do we have something on our mind map? Oh, we have one thing to find. No fingerprints on the dial. No signs of tampering. No useful fingerprints on the remaining... Let's just link those two together. I was like, why is the corner of the screen flickering? No useful fingerprints remain. The thief has been careful to cover their tracks. Okay. Is this flashing somehow? No, we've nothing to solve there. Okay. Let's go talk to the porter again.
Oui, monsieur.
No, nothing.
I shall let you return to your duties.
Okay, let's go back in here. Anything new to see for anyone?
Of course. Whatever you need.
Was the cigarette case insured?
Insured? Oh no, why would I have it insured?
Okay, that's not insurance insured then.
Anything of substantial monetary value.
I'll stop you there, detective. The cigarette case itself is hardly worth 2 pennies, but to me, it's priceless.
Sentimental value? Has anyone been alone in your cabin?
Not for a second. At least not with my permission.
Okay.
You probably think this silly, naive woman has left her valuables out, or I've just misplaced them. But I assure you, that is not me.
Okay.
It had not crossed my mind for even a moment.
There appears to be scratches on the cabin's door lock. Okay. Who could have caused these scratches? Potentially Mark. Let's see. Currently, the only suspect I have for the scratches is the porter Mark. Okay. Owns a sailing knife, cut his hand. So if we put owns a sailing knife, cut his hand. That is not right. Come now, concentrate. Okay, there is another bit of information that we don't have. Looking at the condition of the door and its lock, I cannot rule out the drunken attempt to open it. Okay.
You could ask me anything.
Okay,
You
nothing
have been
to
most
ask
helpful,
there.
mademoiselle. I shall not take up any more of your time.
And then potentially...
Of course. Whatever you
Just
need.
going to double check there isn't anything... Right, okay.
Merci, mademoiselle. That is all for now.
Let's leave to the deck. Check that we haven't got anything more, and then let's... It's not what it wants. I keep pressing the wrong button. There we go. We have one here. None of the suspects knew Florence's safe combination code. Drunken break-in. So... Tracks covered. Let's try that.
I should consider this further.
No. Okay.
I must act on thought and fact, not on
So there is a combination. Drunken break-in. None of the suspects knew Florence's code. No fingerprints on the dial. Thief knew the code to the safe. Let's link those two together. There we go. Although the suspects did not have the code to the safe, there is still the chance that it was cracked open. Okay. Safe was cracked. Tracks covered. Let's try and link those two together.
Another
Okay.
success. I never doubted myself.
The thief's attempt to fool me and cover their tracks only shows they knew exactly what they were doing. So it wouldn't have been a drunken break-in, is it? Because he wouldn't have covered his
Cannot
tracks.
see the logic in this. Perhaps a second look at the evidence in front of me.
Okay.
Come, my little grey cells. We must think logically.
Okay. What if I link those two together? There we go. I can confirm the porter was nothing more than a scapegoat for the thief. The erratic scratches on the door lock were made to make me believe he was behind the theft.
The pieces of the puzzle are
Okay.
finally coming together.
My initial suspicion that the porter may have been the thief is beginning to waver. Would someone go to the lengths of framing him? Potentially. Let's have a look at that. No, there's nothing to solve there.
I
Okay.
must consider the suspects I have in front of me. Monsieur Hastings. He is keen to impress Mademoiselle Farquhar and claims that he was alone in his cabin working since. Mark Allard, the porter. Evidence suggests a rather amateur attempt to break into the safe, which in his intoxicated state would make sense. But it was just a ruse. The safe
A
was
ruse,
opened quite
sir.
masterfully, leaving only signs of a poorly attempted break-in.
Okay.
Mademoiselle Babagna, a new friend to Mademoiselle Farquhar, who appeared at a most convenient time.
I mean, she's potentially quite suspicious.
I cannot see a motive besides the obvious value of the cigarette case. But Mademoiselle Farquhar has made it quite clear the value is of a sentimental nature. Perhaps the best thing for me would be to return to my cabin to think. I fear my legs and perhaps even my evening meal will not last much longer amidst these waves. Perhaps.
Poirot does not want to be vomiting off the side of the ship. Would be very
Detective.
undignified.
How goes the investigation?
A good detective, better yet, a great detective, will find motive, means, and opportunity.
She
Okay.
found it! Miss Babanian found it! Oh, thank heavens!
Suspicious.
I was on my way to speak with the captain when I saw something shining underneath one of those pipes.
Strange that it was not
Was this a
spotted earlier
distraction?
by any one of us while on the ship's deck.
Maybe the thief was scared and dumped it for fear of being caught red-handed.
Miss Babanian, Anastasia, you saved the day. I can't thank you enough.
Highly suspicious.
And you, of course, detective.
I find Mademoiselle Babagna's explanation of finding the cigarette case rather coincidental. But without any definitive proof, I cannot suggest anything otherwise. The cigarette case has been returned and the coast is in sight, which is what is important. Although, there still remains a part of me that craves the truth.
I suppose you can chalk that up as a victory.
I don't know. I feel like this has either been a test or a distraction.
A victory for Mademoiselle Farquhar, but not in the eyes of the law.
Well, if anyone asks, I'll confirm what a splendid job you did.
Oh, thank you, Hastings. Thank you so much.
Very kind, monsieur.
Sorry, I'm just going to put my magnifier. There we go, change my magnifier.
While we are on the matter of truth, Monsieur Arthur Hastings, you are here to oversee the transportation of the penitent Magdalene painting, are you not?
How on earth?
I mean, you pretty much told me so.
You are aware of my employment, but not of my true identity. Detective Hercule Poirot.
Wait, are you the official that I was supposed to have met on board?
Yes, I am.
Oui, monsieur. Please, accept my apologies for keeping my true identity hidden. But I had to be sure your involvement with the theft was purely coincidental.
Oh my goodness. I was like sat here and I was like, what is that noise? It's absolutely throwing it down. Not
When it
relevant.
comes to the nature of our work, trust must be earned.
I wonder if you can hear that.
A little unorthodox, but I suppose I understand. So you can trust me now?
It continues to grow.
Maybe soon, but not right now.
Well, we have a couple of weeks before the gala, so hopefully by then you'll trust me with your life.
I don't trust Hastings with that, to be
One
honest.
can hope.
And with that, we have finished the prologue of Hercule Poirot's The London Case. Next time we will be doing Chapter 1 on our next Murder Mystery Monday. If you would like to join me for that, you can subscribe and join us on this story, which I'm kind of excited to do because I genuinely don't know what's going to happen because it's a completely original story, which I have not seen before, which is kind of exciting. But yeah, like, subscribe, you know, all those good things. Have a lovely week and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.